The mysterious moving ball. Every now and then, snooker produces moments that defy explanation. And one such moment occurred during a match between Kyren Wilson and Sean O'Sullivan. It wasn't a case of match fixing or a player cheating the rules. It was something far stranger. As O'Sullivan prepared for what seemed like a routine shot, the red ball he was aiming for inexplicably moved. No one had touched it. There was no obvious explanation, but the movement was real, captured on live footage for the world to see. The snooker world was left scratching its head. Let's break it down. During the second frame of the match, O'Sullivan was lining up a shot towards the top right corner pocket. Just before his cue made contact with the white ball, the red ball at the other end of the table shifted slightly from its original position. It wasn't a dramatic roll across the table, but more of a subtle shift, enough to be noticed, enough to be replayed in slow motion, and enough to fuel countless theories. Replay footage confirmed what everyone watching had seen. The ball moved. But how? Some fans speculated it could have been due to vibrations in the room, possibly from players moving around or from equipment on the sidelines. Others believed it could be something more sinister, a mechanism rigged to move balls remotely. There was even talk of paranormal activity, with some suggesting that supernatural forces had decided to meddle in a professional snooker match. These explanations, of course, bordered on the absurd, but the incident was so unusual that anything seemed possible in the heat of the moment. Despite the bizarre circumstances, O'Sullivan quickly regained his composure. Instead of being rattled by the mystery of the moving ball, he focused on the game, took his shot, and potted the red ball cleanly. The crowd, meanwhile, was still buzzing over what they had witnessed. The commentators replayed the footage again and again, trying to find some rational explanation, but nothing seemed to make sense. Even after the match, there was no official investigation into the incident, and no one came forward with a clear answer. Theories and speculation continued to circulate, but the mysterious moving ball became one of those odd, unsolved moments in snooker history. Unlike other forms of cheating or controversy, this wasn't about a player bending the rules. It was an inexplicable occurrence that raised questions about whether everything in snooker is truly within human control. The Wilson-O'Sullivan match remains one of the most talked about examples of strange occurrences in snooker. While the game has always been about precision and control, this incident reminded everyone that sometimes things happen that simply can't be explained. Whether it was a technical malfunction, an environmental factor, or something paranormal, the mystery of the moving ball will continue to intrigue fans for years to come.
I think he thought the red moved as he was about to play it.
Yeah, just not controlling that cue ball well enough.
He's right, it did move. No wonder he was slightly discombobulated for a moment, but it didn't affect the pot. This is another tester though, isn't it?
The fall of Stephen Lee. Stephen Lee was once considered one of the brightest talents in the world of snooker, but his career came to a crashing halt due to one of the most infamous match-fixing scandals the sport had ever seen. In 2013, the World Professional Billiards and Snooker Association, WPBSA, handed Lee a 12-year ban, effectively ending his career. This punishment was a direct consequence of a series of matches that were found to be rigged, where Lee was accused of deliberately losing for financial gain. But how did it all unravel for this once respected player? The scandal began to surface after suspicious betting patterns were observed during Lee's matches in 2008 and 2009, particularly in a Premier League encounter with John Higgins in 2012. Fans and analysts noticed that Lee was missing shots in key moments, raising eyebrows across the snooker community. Investigations by the WPBSA found that Lee had intentionally underperformed in multiple matches, including events in the Malta Cup and UK Championship. In total, 7 matches were identified as rigged, with betting syndicates profiting greatly from these fixed outcomes. What makes Stephen Lee's case even more shocking is the sheer scale of the deceit. This wasn't an isolated incident or a momentary lapse in judgment. It was a coordinated effort over several years. Lee's involvement in match fixing was so deep that even after his initial suspension, more allegations surfaced. The WPBSA investigation revealed text messages and communications linking Lee to individuals who placed large sums of money on matches he played, fully aware of the outcome beforehand. Despite the overwhelming evidence against him, Lee maintained his innocence throughout the trial. He denied all charges, claiming he was a victim of a witch hunt. But the facts painted a different picture. After a lengthy legal battle, the WPBSA tribunal found Lee guilty on all counts, leading to the 12-year ban that would see him out of the sport until 2024. The ban was a wake-up call for the snooker community. The WPBSA reinforced its zero-tolerance policy on match fixing, but Lee's fall from grace left many wondering whether the damage to the sport's reputation could ever be fully repaired. While Lee dreams of making a comeback after his ban, the question remains, does snooker have a place for a player who brought such scandal to the table? His career, once filled with promise, now stands as a stark reminder of the consequences of cheating in a sport built on trust and integrity.
Saving the best till last.
Stephen Lee, 26.
Middle. I thought he'd pushed it on far enough. Another chance then. Well, hang on. What's he played there?
6.
Complete misjudgment.
Well, he's played to go around the black, surely. Will he take on the cross double? Try and hold the white there on the cushion. Might just push it to the top rail, actually. Oh, hang on. Well, I'm not overly sure about that one.
I'm going to be with the QC on Friday morning, and we're going to look at the whole picture and start making some big holes in. They've got no facts.
So you totally disagree with the evidence they've developed?
Oh, that's just unbelievable, unbelievable. 11 months of this is outrageous.
Liang Wenbo's lifetime ban. Liang Wenbo was once a shining star in the snooker world, known for his incredible talent and fiery personality. But his legacy took a sharp and dark turn when he became embroiled in one of the most significant match-fixing scandals in snooker history. What started as a celebrated career, with Wenbo reaching the UK Championship final in 2015, ended in disgrace with a lifetime ban from professional snooker.
Yeah! 13. Frame on the match. Great tournament, David. Young Wenbo.
Yeah, come on! The seeds of this scandal were planted when Wenbo was first suspended for unsportsmanlike conduct, but things took a much darker turn soon after. He wasn't just fixing his own matches, he was coercing other players into throwing games as well. One such victim was the young and promising Chang Bingyu, who found himself under pressure from Wenbo to lose a match against Jamie Jones. Liang was reportedly betting heavily on Jones and stood to lose everything if Chan didn't throw the game. Chang, initially reluctant to speak up, eventually had enough of Wenbo's manipulation. In a bold move, he took to social media to expose Wenbo's actions, sharing evidence that highlighted the coercion he faced. Chang's post sent shockwaves through the snooker community, as it wasn't just about one player fixing their own matches, it was about someone forcing others to participate in the deceit. Wenbo's actions violated the very core of sportsmanship and fairness that snooker is built upon. His role as a mentor to younger players like Chang made the situation even worse, as he used his influence to corrupt the sport. The World Professional Billiards and Snooker Association WPBSA took swift action, launching a thorough investigation into Wenbo's activities. The result? A lifetime ban, effectively erasing any chance of redemption. This scandal didn't just tarnish Wenbo's name, it took the very foundation of snooker. WPBSA chairman Jason Ferguson reaffirmed the organization's zero-tolerance policy toward misconduct, stating that integrity is non-negotiable in the sport. Wenbo's fall from grace served as a stark reminder that no matter how talented or celebrated a player is, cheating will never be tolerated. For many, Wenbo's ban was a necessary step to clean up the sport and send a clear message to players tempted by the allure of match fixing. His downfall also highlighted the vulnerability of younger, less experienced players like Chang Bingyu, who could be easily coerced by senior players with more influence. The legacy Wenbo left behind is one of betrayal, not just of the sport, but of the trust placed in him by the snooker community. Before we move on, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. Referee mistakes that sparked controversy. While cheating by players often grabs the headlines, not all snooker controversies are due to malicious intent. Sometimes even the referees, the very people tasked with ensuring fairness, make mistakes that lead to heated debates. Two such incidents in snooker's recent history stand out for how they challenged the integrity of the game, leaving players and fans alike questioning the decisions made at the table. The first incident involves Michaela Tabb, one of snooker's most respected referees. At the 2010 World Championship, during a tense match, Tabb made a rare and critical error. As the game reached a crucial moment, Tabb mistakenly picked up the wrong ball. For those unfamiliar with the sport, a simple error like this might seem insignificant, but in the high-stakes world of professional snooker, every detail matters. Tabb quickly realized her mistake and scrambled to correct it, but the momentary confusion was enough to disrupt the flow of the game.
Off the red, up to the blue, and then into the bunch. Michaela. Oh, she's picked the white up. That's unbelievable. She was telling someone to turn his head. You very rarely see. Yeah. Michaela was just asking to give her a hand. Just show us it, Rory. That's where it was.
That way.
Players and fans were taken aback. The match continued, but the error had a lasting impact on the perception of referees in snooker. Although Tabb is a highly skilled and experienced official, this moment reminded everyone that even the best can falter under pressure. For the players involved, the question lingered: did this mistake affect the outcome of the match? Could the game have played out differently if the error hadn't occurred? Michaela Tabb's mishap wasn't the only time a referee's decision created a stir. Another significant incident occurred in a match between Craig Steadman and David Gilbert. In this case, the referee mispositioned the pink and red balls after a shot was taken. Steadman, quick to notice the mistake, raised his concerns immediately. But here's where things got tricky. Despite Steadman's objections, the referee ignored his plea and allowed play to continue without correcting the error.
Foul and a miss. 6. Craig Steadman. Put it back. I'll put the white and then have a look at the red again, okay? Can you have a look, Craig?
I'm not too sure. I think the red was like in a line with the pink. Was it not?
Yeah, it was a cross.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right, it was a cross. There you are.
I think it's far away, mate.
This oversight may seem like a minor detail, but in a game as precise as snooker, the positioning of the balls can make all the difference. How could such a mistake be allowed to stand? Fans took to social media, debating whether the referee's decision had impacted the match's fairness. The incident reignited conversations about the role of referees in ensuring the integrity of the game. Rory McIlroy's disputed free ball. Rory McIlroy's dispute during the 2020 English Open was one of snooker's more heated moments. While playing David Gilbert, McIlroy found himself unable to hit both sides of the target ball and believed he deserved a free ball. The referee, however, ruled against him, stating that enough of the ball was visible for a legal shot. Frustrated, McIlroy argued with both the referee and Gilbert, leading to a tense exchange. The snooker community was divided, with some supporting McIlroy's protest and others feeling he overreacted. This moment highlighted how quickly disputes can escalate in a sport driven by precision and fairness, raising questions about how referees handle contentious calls.
Is that free ball? How'd you work that? I can't hit the right this side of black without hitting the black.
He's going to hit the black.
Well, not without hitting the black.
I'll hit the green first.
I hit the green, no I won't, I hit the black first. Look. By the time I get full ball here. Have a look.
It was that side of the table, that might be different. That side of the green.
Dave,
so actually this side of the green.
Dave, I expect more.
This side of the green.
I expect more from you, mate.
You think I'm cheating now?
No, I expect more from you, I do. Because if you come and have a look here, you'll see what I'm talking about.
No.
Why don't you want to have a look there?
Because I can tell you, if it was this side, if it was this side, you can hit both. You can't hit both sides.
I understand.
But as is this side of the green.
I'm not here.
Yeah, but you still this
then
side
what you're
of the
saying
ball.
is right if I'm here. What you're saying is right if I'm here. But I'm over there, mate.
As snooker has evolved, so too have the methods for both preventing and detecting cheating. In the modern game, technology plays a crucial role in maintaining the integrity of the sport. Tools like Hawkeye and instant replay have become invaluable, allowing referees and officials to review contentious moments and ensure that every call is fair. But even with technological advancements, the sport continues to face challenges, particularly when it comes to keeping up with players who attempt to bend the rules. One of the most significant changes in recent years has been the introduction of Hawkeye technology, which is now used to track the precise movement and positioning of balls on the table. This technology allows for a more accurate assessment of whether a ball was legally struck, whether a foul occurred, or whether a player was genuinely snookered. The instant replay also enables referees to review controversial moments in real time, giving them the tools to make more informed decisions. This has greatly reduced the number of disputes, though it hasn't eliminated them entirely. Despite these advancements, recent scandals have shown that cheating is still very much a part of the game. Take the case of Mark King, who was banned in 2023 for match fixing. King, a seasoned player with years of experience, was caught manipulating the outcomes of matches to benefit betting syndicates. His ban sent a clear message to the snooker community that the sport's governing bodies are serious about maintaining the integrity of the game. King's downfall echoed the earlier scandal of Stephen Lee, proving that even veteran players are not immune to temptation. As we reflect on the history of cheating in snooker, one question remains. What does the future hold for the sport? The WPBSA's zero-tolerance policy has been instrumental in cleaning up the game, but there's always the possibility that new scandals will emerge. With the lure of financial gain from betting markets growing stronger, players may continue to face pressure to engage in dishonest practices. However, snooker is also a sport that learns from its mistakes. The lessons from scandals like those of Stephen Lee and Liang Wenbo, combined with technological advancements, suggest that the future of snooker will be one where cheating is increasingly difficult to pull off. The sport's governing bodies are committed to upholding the values of fairness and integrity, ensuring that the game remains true to its roots. The future of snooker may hold new challenges, but with the tools and policies now in place, the sport is well equipped to tackle them head on. That's a wrap for this video. Let us know what we missed in the comments. For more snooker content, click on the screen right now.